What the Kansas City Chiefs just showed us in just the first quarter of this game has been exactly what everyone feared would happen. Mahomes and this offense started this game by easily moving down the field, and we already are seeing the Mahomes and Worthy connection for the first time. And let me just tell you, this is a scary sight for the rest of the league. Xavier Worthy's route tree is so nice to watch in game. In college, he was easily getting open downfield and was a really good route runner. It was only until he got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs everybody said he was just speed, and he's quickly showing the entire league and everyone who doubted him he's not just fast. He uses that quick speed to get open. He uses his quick feet, his agility. I mean, Xavier Worthy is going to be a problem, and I don't want to hear anybody give the excuse that it's preseason and backups are playing. In the first quarter, both teams had their starters in, a lot of them at least, and regardless, everybody on that field is in the NFL and is playing in NFL level. I don't want to hear any of that excuse. Xavier Worthy already showcased his insane potential with the Chiefs, and his receiving touchdown came from Carson Wentz, which is a great quarterback too. But imagine him with Mahomes all season long. It's going to be insane. Xavier Worthy made his first NFL touchdown by catching a 22-yard pass from Carson Wentz. He ran into the end zone after being wide open. We saw by those first two drives the route tree that Xavier brings, and he's more than just speed, like I've been saying. We saw that in his touchdown reception from Carson Wentz. One quick stutter step with his feet, and he created so much separation breaking open into the end zone. Just before that, he brought in two passes from Patrick Mahomes for a total of 40 yards, including a 37-yard deep ball down the left side, which then set up a 37-yard field goal by Harrison Butker. Worthy showcased his incredible 4.2 speed on both receptions, effortlessly outrunning the cornerback and splitting the deep safeties. It's hard to believe that the Buffalo Bills actually made a trade allowing the two-time defending champion Chiefs to draft the fastest receiver in NFL draft history. That decision is why the Bills will never beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. The Bills and Chiefs swapped first-round pick, and the Chiefs used the Bills pick to draft Worthy. We also all know it back in 2017 when the Chiefs traded with the Bills in the draft, and that worked out pretty well when they traded up for the 10th pick and drafted Patrick Mahomes. Worthy ran the fastest 40-yard dash in Indianapolis in March, the fastest ever recorded run in NFL Combine history. Giving Patrick Mahomes a weapon like Worthy feels unfair to the rest of the league, and we are quickly seeing that it will be unfair. Rashee Rice also had a great few drives, putting up 4 receptions for 35 yards. We saw this starting group play just a few drives, and just after 2 drives that ended in 2 field goals, Mahomes came out, and we also saw Worthy still stay in the game just for a few more plays. After he scored his touchdown, a lot of the starters came out of the game, but what we were seeing from just those few drives, it's just so exciting for Chiefs fans. Mahomes from 2018 to 2021 threw 44 deep touchdown passes and has only thrown 2 since then. Guys, he won back-to-back Super Bowls, back-to-back Super Bowl MVP, a regular season MVP, and has barely thrown the deep ball. This receiving core is the best receiving core Mahomes has ever had. Rashee Rice, hopefully he doesn't get suspended later in the season, but having him in the playoffs with Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown is going to be so insane. If Mahomes was able to get it done with the receiving core he had the last 2 years, what makes you think he won't be able to get it done with the one he has now? Also, Kelsey isn't going anywhere. He's still going to be playing at a high level. Teams were doubling and even triple teaming him last year, and they just can't do that this season. The Chiefs have too many offensive weapons now, and that's thanks to Brett Veach in the draft. Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy coming from the draft helped this Chiefs offense a ton, because we all know they led the league in drops last year, but this season is going to be completely different, and these young guys are going to continue to develop with Patrick Mahomes and continue to get better. Rashee Rice had a good game today as well. He really did, and this is exciting to see because Xavier Worthy also is going to be a huge offensive weapon, but he's going to be mainly a deep threat. Rashee Rice is going to excel in the medium pass game, also in the short, but also is a deep threat himself. So is Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown is a proven deep threat, but Rashee Rice is great with the ball after the catch. He had almost 1,000 yards in the regular season last year and then broke out in the playoff. We aren't fully sure on what's going to happen with the suspension. As of right now, he should be good to play this season, and hopefully he plays throughout the playoff because he's going to continue to improve and develop more skills. Xavier Worthy is going to learn a ton from both of them as well, and they all as a group will continue to get better. They're going to make each other better all around. This offense is going to be the best in the Mahomes era. I've said this the entire offseason. Hollywood Brown got hurt in the first preseason game, but he also ran a 4.3. He is very fast, and when they have him back in the trio of Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy, it's going to be a challenge for other defenses to guard. And like I said, Kelsey will still be playing at a high level. He was being double and triple teamed last season. That's just impossible. Teams can't do that. There's too many weapons to guard. Xavier Worthy has been burning safeties all training camp, and he's going to do that to other teams. I just can't wait for September 5th for when the season kicks off. It's going to be so exciting to watch this offense. Everyone is so quick to forget that the Chiefs offense the last 2 years really wasn't that good, and they still were able to win back-to-back championships. I mean, they led the league in drops last season and still made it to the Super Bowl and won. Nobody outside of Chiefs fans thought that was possible. I do have to bring it up. We finally saw Mahomes pull off the behind-the-back pass in a game. Preseason or not, this is just an insane pass to pull off, and we watched now the last few training camps Mahomes sneak it in there, and he finally pulled it off in game. When I was watching this live, I just couldn't believe it. It's just a glimpse of what this offense will look like. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't draft Xavier Worthy to be a direct replacement for Tyreek Hill, but there were moments last season when the offense seemed to lack its usual explosiveness due to a lack of vertical speed and separation downfield. Worthy's defining attribute is his speed, and the Chiefs seemed ready to fully utilize it. There were some concerns about Worthy entering the NFL because of his skinny frame, but Kansas City is betting that his game-changing speed will be enough to keep opposing defenses on their heels. And like I said, we were able to see that in just his first few drives in the NFL. He finished today with 4 touches for 73 yards and 1 touchdown in, again, only 2 drives. Last season, Mahomes wasn't really having the best time playing football. We could really tell by his facial expressions and his emotions towards the game while playing, and that was due to the poor performance from the receiving core, and he was still able to put up over 4,000 yards and 27 touchdowns. Now Mahomes has his best offense, and you can tell already he is very excited to start playing in the regular season with them. You also have guys like Carson Steele having a great preseason and is making a strong case to make the 53-man roster. Kingsley Samatai also showed that he can be the starting left tackle, as he has been moving around in the depth chart this training camp, but he looked very solid blocking in this game. On one specific pass to Carson Steele, the only reason it was able to get off was because Wentz was able to avoid a sack by Kingsley making a great block. This Chiefs offense in general has been a huge upgrade from last season, and I haven't even touched on the defense in this video. Guys like Jared Hicks has been having a great preseason as well and training camp. The Chiefs are expecting this rookie class to go in there and make big plays, and by what we're seeing from training camp in this preseason, they seem ready to do that. I'm just very excited from the overall performance from Xavier Worthy and the rest of this offense, because like I keep saying, last season this offense struggled so much, and we're now finally seeing Mahomes with a fast receiving core. Xavier Worthy is quickly going to prove a lot of people wrong, and people are already trying to discredit his play because of its preseason, but that doesn't matter. His speed, you can't take that away. He's going to be burning safeties all year long. I mean, even in training camp, he's been cooking Brian Cook all training camp, I'm gonna be honest, but that's a good thing. He's going to continue to develop, and his route tree will continue to get better, and he's going to be one of the best rookie receivers in this NFL this season. When you have guys like Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr., I promise you Xavier Worthy is going to be up there because he has Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback, and Mahomes makes every receiver and everybody on the team better. So it's going to be very interesting and exciting overall to watch Xavier Worthy's career play out. This rookie season will show us a lot, and like I keep mentioning, he's going to prove a lot of these haters wrong quickly. He's not just speed, and his route tree is really good. We saw that on his touchdown catch. All he did was run straight real quick and then make a quick stutter step and split right between the safeties, getting wide open. Nobody's going to be able to catch up to him after that. We also saw Justin Ross make some huge plays on the sideline. A lot of incompletions, but he went up there and made a great attempt at all of these passes. Just like last preseason and during training camp, this year Justin Ross is making a huge effort to make the 53-man roster again, and I believe he will. At least he should. I'm still not giving up on him yet. At one point in Clemson, Justin Ross was a top 10 draft potential pick, but then he started getting his injuries. He still has that skill, and he wants to show his potential, so I really feel like he can make some big plays this season. But when you have guys like Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Hollywood Brown all making big plays on offense, it's going to be hard to get a ton of minutes in this offense, but if Andy Reid can find ways to get him in, I believe he will be able to make good plays. Let me know what you're most excited for this season. The behind-the-back pass got me so excited for this upcoming season. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe so you never miss a Chiefs video or any video at all. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.